everybody, welcome back to another stream, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to The Neighborhood. How are you? I hope you're doing amazing today. I went ahead and I changed the transition screen. I did figure out why it was like behind looking. So basically the first time that I really had a transition screen a while back, it was like curtains, like they came from the sides and closed in, and it kind of made it a little bit more seamless, but the kinds that I'm looking at now don't really seem to allow for it to be as seamless. I will continue to see if I can tweak it, but I don't know if I can. But in the meantime, please let me know in the poll, do you prefer the sunflower one that I used for the last two streams, or do you prefer the pixel vine one that I used for this stream? I'll use it again in a second so that way you can see. Let me know how the volume is and whatnot. Earlier, Streamlabs was being really weird. I go live and then it showed up as 2 upcoming streams instead of 1 live stream. Super weird, but I had to end the stream immediately and then delete those. So if you got like a couple of notifications, I'm really sorry. But I hope everyone's doing well. Let me say hello to everyone. I can't see who's at the top because the poll is covering it. So starting from where I can see, hello Shiver, hello Zach, hello Megs, hello Captain Price, hello Angel, hello Allie, welcome in. Hello Towels, welcome in as well. Hello Nuclear Seagull, hope everybody is doing good. Hello Sidef, welcome in. Oh yeah, speaking of the Super Bowl, when is the Super Bowl supposed to be starting? Okay, that was way too loud for my headphones. I feel like I might have been like screaming, I'm sorry. But I hope everyone's doing good. Let me go ahead and switch over so you can see the screen again. See, yeah, like it doesn't really seem to allow for it to be as seamless where it's like hidden before you see the next screen. Unless I'm still missing a setting, I don't know. I'm not the most tech savvy person despite being a streamer, but I hope that you like it. I personally like both. I do feel like I prefer the vines a little bit more, but I would love to know what everybody else thinks. Did I mute that? Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. But in the meantime, regarding what I want to do on the stream today, there's like a handful of things that we're going to try really hard to work on today. We've got to donate to Blathers a little bit more. I need to get the bridge built. I need to finish gathering resources to give to Timmy and Tommy so we can build the store. And ideally, even if I don't finish the process, I want to start adding in the furniture for the like initial 3 villager plots you get. I couldn't think of the words. But there's a lot we got to do today. Ideally, even if I don't finish all of them, I want to make progress in those categories. Okay, cool. Everything seems fine. You know what would be interesting? What if the transition screen was similar to when you're switched to playing furniture in a house in Animal Crossing? Can you try to reword that, please? I don't think I understand. Well, now it's too quiet. Up just a little bit more. First and foremost, I feel like I should prioritize emptying my pockets a little bit because I have like no pocket space. Empty that out and then probably just get straight into getting some of the building materials for Timmy and Tommy. I went ahead and I time traveled just a little bit so that way the museum was built, but not anything crazy. And then I went ahead and I fixed the date. Okay. I will probably keep the oranges. Actually, no, I'll drop the oranges. I still want to make that orchard I was talking about, but realistically, an orchard is just not a priority right now. But there, we'll have a pet fish for the time being. Put that away. And then, sorry, this is just gonna really irritate me. If I don't fix this now, I'm gonna get really annoyed. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I always have to have all of my tools in the top left corner. It just really upsets me if I don't. Okay, cool. Now I can go out and do that. Good to see you again. It's good to see you too. When you're inside a house in Animal Crossing, you can press a button which allows you to place and move furniture from yours. Oh, you mean like if the transition screen looked like that? Okay, got it. I know what you're talking about now, sorry. I just didn't get it at first. That would be kind of cool though. If at some point you do want me to briefly show the newer transition screen again, so you can get a better look at it, let me know, because that one has only been implemented today. And it's easy to switch back and forth between them. It's just like a setting that I have to switch on and off. How many of these do I have? Okay. Isn't it you have to have like 30 of each type of wood to give to Timmy and Tommy for the store? We'll do that today. You know what I always think about, by the way, and speaking of the Super Bowl, because it got brought up, I always feel like, it feels like nearly every year without fail, any kind of restaurant that serves things like wings or pizza always seems to get a huge uptick in the amount of like sales that they get. Like for whatever reason, those just seem to be really popular Super Bowl watching foods. 30 beech wood and 30 iron nuggets, gotcha. Oh my gosh, super random. This was, I think, like probably like a good few months back. Probably not just a few, but like this was like fall of last year. I went to Barnes & Noble at one point, and like there was like a gift shop sort of section. It was like right next to where a lot of the music stuff was. And I saw Tamagotchis, and I was floored because I haven't seen a Tamagotchi in a physical store in like years. Like on one hand, I'm thrilled because like I love that newer generations are getting shown stuff like that. But at the same time, like, why was it in the store? Because I feel like nobody seems to buy them anymore. They're pretty fast prepare, plus pizzas and wings can be served to a whole group rather than just one person. Very true, but if you're me, I would just eat the entire container of wings for myself. I'm fighting the urge to reset, but I don't want to lose my Nook miles or items. I usually use the spicy islands, but they have been swarmed lately. I was thinking about that. Like for the people that, and like bless their hearts, by the way, because it's, as far as I'm aware, not necessarily an easy thing to consistently have set up for a spicy island. I wonder how like they're handling that, because like as far as I'm aware, there's new items with the update and whatnot. I wonder how you set that up. That, and then I'm sure they're getting all kinds of notifications from people asking about it or people trying to join those islands. Like that would be stressing me out. Hats off to those people though. Are you kidding me? I was trying to open my door, but I had the axe in my hand and I couldn't get it. Love that. That's amazing. I don't know why you see, I'm still not fully awake yet. Okay, I don't know why I pressed it a second time either. Have you ever done that? You need wood in Animal Crossing and then you hit the tree, forgetting that you already hit it once and it's like empty, doesn't have any more wood to give you. But then you hit it again for some reason just to make sure. I'm wondering if mod switches are even possible in Switch 2 era, as Nintendo has been strict on their modding switches and online features. You know, you have a really good point with that. I didn't think about that. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there will probably figure something out. But you make a very good point. They probably have made it a lot harder. You're playing Animal Crossing 2. What are you doing in Animal Crossing? I forget that I can technically hit the fruit trees too, which always feel bad, like knocking all the fruit off. You know, I'll just pick all the fruit that I knock off today. I will pick it all up later and sell it. But right now, I got things to do. I'm on the move. I'm busy. How much wood do I have? Okay, I'm doing decent so far on the normal wood, not so much on the softwood. I feel like there was some that I probably missed in the front, but whatever. I don't know, I haven't looked, but the last time I looked, like a week after the update, there was like 1,000 people on the Twitch streams. Oh, bye. Why I say bye like that? Let me correct the tone. What I meant was like buys, and like that would be very stressful as the island owner for a spicy island. That's what that reaction was for. But I'm happy for all the people that are getting that, like that much engagement on a stream. Just want to make sure that that reaction was cleared up. Hey, like some friends, I hate wasps, we need medicine. Literally, I was just talking about that. I was trying to open my house. I could have gone in. I was very close. But then I had the axe in my hand and it didn't work. It was very annoying. By the way, welcome in. How are you? trying to make money because my home storage is full and I need to upgrade my home. I still remember like in the New Leaf days when that was like the like main, more recent more recent Animal Crossing game. And I feel like the top way that everybody went about making their money was going to Tortimer's Island and catching a bunch of beetles. Like people would spend hours just catching beetles and selling them. The beetles were basically a form of currency at that point. Hello, it's Eli, welcome in. See, Nightbot makes a good point there. That is very true. I was trying to set up the shout out command thing earlier, but it just like, I'm having a hard time with it. I tried looking at it through both Streamlabs and Nightbot, and I still can't figure it out. But if Nightbot starts to annoy me later, I will get rid of it again. I'm gonna go craft another axe really quick. Probably 2, if I can. Just don't have to go back as soon. Yeah, I banned it because it had been annoying me, and then I think it was, yeah, Artsy was saying that they use Nightbot for the shoutout command, unless I remembered that wrong. But either way, I had turned it back on so that way I could try to figure it out. Still haven't figured it out, but if it starts to annoy me, I'll reban it. And the reason I say ban instead of just like fully disconnecting it from my channel is because I couldn't figure out how to do that as easily, and it was just easier to ban it entirely. Keep forgetting that we have bulk crafting now. I'm so used to doing it like this. It's literally like muscle memory. Yeah, I know it's not banned anymore. I had it back on so I could try to fix something. But if it starts to irritate me, I'll get rid of it again. Is there a fruit tree that I missed? Yes, there is. There's like 2 or 3 actually. The quality if you want to make more. Yeah, I see the option there. It's just I'm so used to clicking it like the way that we always had for years. I just don't even think about it anymore. Okay, we're doing really good on normal wood. I don't need a ton more of that. Hello, Anthony. Welcome in. Hello, Nick. Welcome in as well. Everybody's doing good. Please be sure to like the live stream if you have not already. Please, I would really appreciate that. Oops, I didn't even pick that up. Did I finish hitting this one? No, I did not. Hello, Coffee Bean. Welcome in. Yeah, I forget it's there too. It's okay though. I'll probably start using it eventually. It's just gonna like be kind of hard to start a new habit like that whenever I've done it the other way for so long. Part of me kind of wonders though, I feel like that was a feature that people asked about for ages. And like that was like, you know how originally they did their last update? They're like, okay, this is our last update aside from patching glitches and whatever here and there. And everybody eventually accepted that, even though it was kind of sad. But even like well before that, people were requesting to have bulk crafting, but they still had like refused to add it. I wonder what took them so long. Like I wonder why they waited until now to add that. Why? What was the point of that? Lurking and just finished breakfast. No worries, enjoy your lurk. What did you have for breakfast though? Okay, I feel like sunflowers is heavily winning on the poll. Should I just like take that down now? I mean, I want other people to have a chance to vote too if they want to, but I feel like sunflowers is winning by a landslide. I don't know, I really like the pixels though. I like them both. I like them both for like entirely different reasons. I like how the sunflowers kind of match like the sunflowers feature on my banner. I also like them because they're associated with disability pride, and they're also just pretty. But like artistically speaking, the pixel vines match the overlay a little bit better. So I feel like there's reasons to like both of them. Oh, if there's anybody that happens to be new here, whether you are chatting or if you're lurking, I mentioned the disability pride thing because I am in fact autistic, so just mentioning that in passing. My theory is that the game Legends argues influenced Animal Crossing having bolt crafting. Legends, I still don't even know if I'm saying that right. I've been butchering that for years, I think. It's another game that has craft, but also has bolt crafting, so it could have convinced players bolt crafting is possible. I feel like it's also something that Nintendo tends to do in general, where they keep delaying features that people ask for. And I just don't get it. And I probably never will. Like, if you know people will be happier and they'll use your game more or your product more, why not add the thing? You know? Like, it just doesn't compute in my head. Look at how perfect that is. A perfect stack of 30 of all three. Now I just need to make sure that I get iron nuggets. I still haven't crafted my slingshot. I need to do that today because I keep catching balloons. Perfect opportunities to knock them down, and then I don't have a slingshot. And I am neurodivergent, and this will always be a safe place for neurodivergent people. I promise I deeply, on a specific level, really understand what a lot of that's like. I'm curled up in bed with a warm blanket because it's super cold out. It's currently 14 degrees out, but feels like -5 out. Bye. I would not bother getting out of bed unless it was for like legitimate necessities. Like, it's not for like food, water, you know, hygiene purposes. I wouldn't be getting out of bed whatsoever. Absolutely not. A metal can, some flooring, and a blue diner wall. That's incredibly specific, but thank you. Okay, well now I'm almost done with that. I just need to get the iron nuggets. Should I use the singular Nook Miles ticket that Tom Nook gave me so I can go to one mystery island and hit some of the rocks there for extra iron nuggets? Because I'm gonna need it. Like, I'll hit all the rocks on my own island first and see how much I can get from that. But should I use the one ticket to get the rocks there too? Wait, how many Nook Miles did it say that I had? Because there was two things I wanted to get through today. I wanted to expand my pockets, but I also wanted the better tools recipes. I need both. Okay, that's 3,000. That's 5,000. Goodness, that's really annoying. Okay. Well, I guess I will go empty out my pockets a little bit and then just do my best with the tool recipes that I do have. You get iron nuggets. Oh, true, Shiver, true. Didn't consider that. Okay, well, we'll just see what I can get from my own island and then go from there. I always felt like I never needed bulk crafting as I never built enough of one thing at once for it to be helpful to me. I feel like it's really helpful for people that have really specific island themes or people that are doing just a lot of tool related work. Like if you're using an axe a lot or like a shovel a whole bunch and just like you need multiples of those tools. I feel like it's really good for people in those situations. I'm gonna put that away for now. We'll probably come back and get that later to help my island. that. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. If you need items, let me know. I'm gonna try to get it by myself, but if I do end up needing help, I will let you know. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Okay, well, this is not what I needed it for, but now I'm absolutely gonna sit here and hit this and waste my shovel hits on this money rock. You know what I noticed, by the way? The design that they use for the coin in Animal Crossing, I know it's bells, but like whenever it's like in sets of like 100, it looks like a little coin. I feel like it looks like one of those chocolate coins. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like those candies that like are wrapped in like a gold foil, but it's like a chocolate coin. For me, it was helpful in crafting multiple foods, allowing me to dig up multiple trees. That's another thing. I think I talked about this yesterday. I do love that we can dig up trees now. Like, that is so nice. Especially for somebody that just really likes nature-y islands, or if you want like a fruit orchard, but you want to be like really, really particular about where you put the trees. Wasn't there another rock over here? I swear there was. Well, I guess not. Let's go find the other ones. I'm so confused. I thought there was like one more down there. Literally, where is it? I know there's other rocks on this island. Don't lie to me, Animal Crossing. I know my own island. Hello, Rich. Welcome in. Where is it? I know that there's like at least one more somewhere. Don't lie to me, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is lying to me right now, you guys. How dare it? How dare. Where is it? I'm genuinely getting kind of annoyed. Where is it? I swear there was another rock. Maybe it's not lying to me and I'm the one that's being a liar here. Where is it? I'm genuinely so confused. Okay. I was gonna say. And it's 30 iron nuggets, right? I think that was what Shimmer said. I know Sunflowers is probably gonna end up winning. I think I might just go ahead and end the poll now. Did anybody want to see the Vines transition screen before I like make that official though? Part of me is also like internally thinking, well, not everybody that's subscribed is at the stream, so should I just like put that in the community tab too. I don't know. I want everybody to be happy, and I want it to look nice is my point. Maybe I'm overthinking a wee bit. I just would like for it to look nice. I'm gonna see both screens. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and use it again so that way those of you that haven't seen it can see. So I feel like artistically speaking that one matched a little bit better, but I love the sunflowers for a multitude of reasons. Like, I love them both, but for different reasons, you know? That would be coffee, by the way. I got a straw even though it's in a mug because I don't like getting like the coffee stain above my lip and then having to continuously wipe it off. It's really annoying. And then I'll go right back so you can see it again. I personally don't know either of them look like because I always joined stream after you started it. The sunflowers one is like a lot more like polished looking, whereas the vine one is very like pixelated. The sunflowers one, it like starts at the top and like the sunflowers fall down. If you need to see an example of the sunflowers one, I would check out my stream from yesterday or the one from last Tuesday. And just kind of skip ahead a little bit to where it's like a couple minutes into the stream and you should be able to see it. I already hit this one, didn't I? I think so. Okay, well, it's too late to dig the holes now, so we're just gonna have to do our best. I feel like I'm doing good so far on the iron nuggets, though, all things considered. I think I've already hit that one, so... I need 15 more of them. That one was the money rock, wasn't it? Or was this one the money rock? Yeah, I already got that one. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and risk it with whatever the mystery island shows me because I really need some iron nuggets. And then if it ends up being a dud and I don't get any there, then it is what it is and we'll make it work. See, okay, that's why like I had it turned off. Like they don't need to be both responding to the hydrate command. I'm gonna go ahead and hide Nightbot again. Bye, Nightbot. Whenever I do eventually get to the point of working on the villager plots, I am not going to stress too much about which villagers I get. It's not a huge focal point at the moment. It's more so just a milestone that I would like to make some progress on regardless of who moves in. I'm having my lunch chicken and corn. I have no idea what I'm gonna have for lunch today. We will see. Okay, that poll has been there for a good while. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, I think. The consensus seems pretty clear. I had a hot dog and mac and cheese cup. Mac and cheese will forever be a comfort food to me. Ooh, I just thought about something. This is a judgment-free zone. But what weird food combinations do you guys like? I think there's only one I've thought of that, and I don't even know who did this. I saw it on Google Images, but I think there's only one that I legitimately side-eyed someone for. But I did find it just a wee bit questionable. Technically there's a villager here, so I guess I could talk to them because I saw the fire, but I don't think I'll do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I had a sub sandwich. Good luck with the iron nuggets. Thank you. Cheez-Its and chocolate, hot Cheetos and milk. What kind of milk? That's the real question here. Not anymore, but I used to like putting ketchup in my mashed potatoes as a kid. You know what? I can see that. I wouldn't like drown the mashed potatoes in the ketchup, but like I could see that being possibly good. I got really lucky with that. It was definitely worth using the ticket for this. Normal milk, but I also think I did show you Cheetos and milk in your server before. I saw somebody do it with normal Cheetos where they like put it in a bowl like you would pour cereal and then poured milk over that and then ate the Cheetos cereal combination thing like as it was actual cereal. So you know what? I don't even think that one's that uncommon because I feel like I've heard of a couple people that do that. Watermelon and feta cheese. I have never tried that. I don't think I would like it though, because I like feta cheese, but I don't think that I would like it because of the watermelon. I'm weird about watermelon because it tastes wonderful, but the texture just reminds me of like, you know when you go to the beach and you get to like that part of like the sand where like it starts to get wet, not like fully soaked where it's muddy, but like it's just kind of wet. I feel like eating a piece of watermelon feels like biting into a chunk of wet sand, and it bothers me. Alright, well, cool. This ended up being entirely worth the trip because now I have enough iron nuggets. I might realistically end up needing help with materials whenever I get to the actual crafting part for the villager plots. And also probably... also probably for the bridge. I feel like I'm making good progress so far though, like nice steady progress. Fries and milkshake, I think that's a weird combo. I feel like that's particularly good just like with a very nicely salted fry whenever it's like crisp on the outside but still fluffy on the inside, not like a soggy fry. It wouldn't work that way. It needs to be a sturdy crisp one dipped in a vanilla milkshake. I think I did hear that Nook Mile Islands might produce more iron nuggets compared to the normal islands. I wouldn't be surprised because like, you know, Tom Nook does give you that one ticket early on. Then maybe that's like low-key the purpose of it, is to use it for that. Hello MS, welcome in. Watermelon reminds me of when you're younger and our parents told us if we swallowed the seeds, a watermelon would grow in our stomach. That is, okay, actually, I'm gonna take a picture of that because that just gave me a really good idea for a question of the week in the Discord server tomorrow. Don't mind me just taking a picture of your chat message. Okay, sorry about that. I was told the same thing though. Oh, and before I forget, the thing that I like said that I side-eyed for on Google Images for weird food combinations, somebody put banana slices on a pizza. And I just like, what was the thought process behind that? That, and then I think I've talked about this one before, but somebody put melted candy corn on a pizza. A pepperoni pizza. Be sure to like the stream, guys. Yes, absolutely. Liking the stream is completely free and it's a super easy way to help me. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Once again, this is one of those deals where I'm not going to stress too much about where I put the shop just because it can be moved later, so I'm not really concerned about it. Just somewhere where it's easily accessible for now. Let me see. Can I just put it near the museum for now? Just so that way, like, the shop-related areas are all in one spot. Oops, wrong thing. A little bit of an unrelated question. I'm gonna put it as a poll. Let me see. I put it in abbreviations because it took up a lot less space. But when I'm typing this, I mean The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Because I have it, I never finished it. I never even finished Breath of the Wild. And the thing is with me, I love both of those games. I'm really bad at them, admittedly. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I do really, really like them. They're fun. And I feel like, honestly, I should have finished Breath of the Wild first, but it is what it is. Okay, well, I already took care of that. I thought I needed to talk to him again. Okay, now I'm going to shift gears back to donating to Blathers. Of course, I can't use that item right now. Well, that's probably going to break soon. I'm just going to leave anyways. Let's see what fossils I can give it, because I haven't given him any fossils. And then I guess we'll go back to fish. So I feel like there's not as many bugs right now that are out and about. Run around, see what dig spots there are, because I'm sure there's got to be some towards the front. I feel like a lot of them have been spawning towards the back. I think there'll be a day where physical games will be obsolete and everything becomes digital. I have a really big fear that it will, and a lot of me believes that it'll happen. I certainly hope not. I feel like if that does happen, though, for people that do want physical games, I feel like it's gonna create a mass reselling market. I could see that happening. Could you guys see that happening? Like, really think about it. If the thing that setup says happens that way, I feel like physical games are gonna become a big thing that people resell. I love that I dug right next to it. Maybe like, you can't use it here, you're in a building. And I'm like, I know. I wasn't even trying to use it. I just like wanted to hold it, and it was like a muscle memory thing. I just clicked it because I was gonna use it in a moment. And it's like, you can't use it. I wasn't trying to use it, bestie. I just wanted to hold it. Goodness gracious. I know I saw at least one back here somewhere. Aren't there 4 that spawn on your island every day in random locations? Because I feel like they do. So where's the other one? Where are you hiding? One somewhere. There it is. Okay. Found it. That's like really satisfying. If you look at my pockets, okay, I did not mean to do that, but thank you, Animal Crossing. If you look at my pockets in a moment, the way that they lined up, it's like already like in a perfect row. I feel like if you buy it, it's yours. You should own it no matter what copy you buy. Exactly. I don't remember what game this was, so like I couldn't tell you, I'm sorry, but I saw some kind of post online for whatever this game was. There was like all these people that bought a digital copy of the game, and then when it was like something that required internet usage, they went ahead and they shut the internet usage down for it, and then none of those people could play anymore despite all the money that they put into buying the game itself and buying stuff in game. So it's like not only was the base game money wasted, but the money that they put into buying stuff for themselves in-game was also gone. And I just feel like that's so terrible. And again, I don't remember what game that was, but I just feel really bad for those people because I would be really, really, really upset. I feel like if it was me, I would eventually move on from losing the game progress, which I would still be super upset about for a while. But I think the thing that would get me the most is the money part of it. I feel like I just kind of forget in games digital, it's just a faster experience. Totally valid. Like it's definitely like a preference thing, like each to their own, do whichever one makes you happier. I've just been talking about it a lot lately, how much more I've been into physical media. Neither one is bad per se, it's literally just an opinion related thing on what people prefer. As a friend once told me, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. You know what? I agree. I think I might sneeze. Never mind. You know what I just noticed? Maybe it's the thing that like gets fixed later whenever you donate a fish after you see Blathers in his actual tent. But if you look at the fish tank, there's nothing in it. Like there's like a whole setup going on, like a whole filtration system, whatever that is, that's like dangling in there. But there's no fish. It's just an empty tank of water. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm really glad Animal Crossing is playable without online. Is that an actual dinosaur name, or is that just something Animal Crossing made up? Does anybody know? Because that does not sound like a real dinosaur. It definitely has to, since I don't see why acnh would make up dinosaur names. True. Or true. I've just never heard it before in my life, so I was just like a little confused. Hello Nuggy, welcome in. This is gonna take a while. Actually, maybe not. I forgot that I could do those in bulk. I should know Copperlight isn't made of dinosaur. Your server name still makes me laugh. Two patchy skulls? Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess I can sell one, but that's annoying. I would have preferred a bunch of different ones so I could knock off more of the donation. Oh, didn't mean to click that, but now Blathers is gonna go on a tangent. I do feel bad whenever I tell him no, because he always looks like genuinely sad, but I just do not have the time for this. The only reason why I did not buy a physical copy of acnh in May 2020 was because I wanted the game right away and did not want to wait for the physical copy to arrive, which is also another valid point. I'm doing some math homework. I'll be here still. No worries. Enjoy your lurk. If you're lurking. Either way, I hope it goes well. Gosh, this part always takes forever. Like, we love you, Blathers, but we just do not have the time for this. We really don't. You know what I also think about? His little bow tie isn't even like, or actually, because I feel like you look at the pattern on his stomach, is that supposed to be like some kind of clothing that he's wearing? Because if so, that's just like a piece of like oval shaped fabric stuck to his front at all. So is that just like his feather design, or is that clothing? And if it's just feathers, what is that bow tie clipping onto? It's just like floating. Well, what's your question? I mean, it's not for me. You said for the chat, but what's your question? Blathers is the ultimate Japanese speaker. He truly does yap, but he means well. Oops, did not mean to click that. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll accidentally get enough Nook miles today that I can get both the Better Tools expansion and also a Pocket Space expansion. You had 24 hours and unlimited money, and you can only go to one store for the 24 hours and buy whatever you want with... Ooh. Okay. I would... Does it have to be a physical store? Like, could I go online shopping in this hypothetical question? I feel like that heavily affects my answer. What other fish can I catch to give to Blathers? Watch me use this and then it like breaks immediately. I did it too early by accident. Any store you want. Target has everything. Food, milk, Nintendo games, iPhone accessories, Lego sets, Tupperware, toilet paper, toothpaste. Shiver makes a very good point with that. I think... I don't know. I'm going to answer that, but I need a good moment to think about it because that's a very good question. There's a lot of options. I don't know. I really don't know. Didn't Toys R Us shut down? I thought they did. should probably stop running by the water because it scares the fish away. Don't mind Gulliver just being hungover on the beach. He had a little bit too many cocktails, but it's fine. A store called Infinite Items built specifically for me. I own the store and no one else can buy things here except for me if I give them an infinite gift card. Yes, this is an insane idea. You know what? Live your truth. Not here in Canada. They stopped being a thing in the US. Unless they got brought back and I didn't know. So I decided to try a town core island. I've never done that before. I thought about that. I feel like it'd be a fun thing to try on a slumber island. Which, speaking of, I had this idea. So I don't remember how many slumber islands you can have at once. I don't remember at all, really. But there's been like a handful of islands that I've done in the past where it's like halfway through it, I lost motivation. So then I just reset because I just wasn't feeling the island anymore. But then admittedly later down the line, I kind of regretted it because they were still really fun theme ideas. I just had a really hard time getting myself back into it. So I just feel like, what if I restarted those theme ideas on the slumber island so that way I could reconnect with them again, but not have to lose my current island I've just started working on. But you know what? I think I would probably, to answer Setup's question before, like, I end up forgetting because I might. I think I would probably say something like Target, like Shiver. Runa just jumped at the window with the birds. Anybody with cats, do your cats ever hear? I don't know how to like recreate it. So I'll just type it. Do your cats ever make this sound whenever they see birds? Because Luna has never done that, but I see videos of other people's cats doing it. He's always so dramatic about bugs. It's funny. I've seen places close down and then come back years later. I think it might have just been because so many other places sold like toys too, and then you can buy toys online. So I think it was like they couldn't keep up with the competition. I think that's why they closed down. Beldum Rum 2. I really almost did that a while back. Like I was super close to redoing my Beldum Island, just because like, or Coraline Island, whichever you want to call it. I almost did it because the first time around I was so proud of that island, but I feel like after the amount of time that had passed, I had grown as somebody that, you know, likes to decorate and do all kinds of stuff to islands. And I feel like 2.0 one, not update. When I say 2.0, I don't mean update. I mean like second version of the island. I feel like after all that time, I could have done a better job. Does that make sense? Like, I still love the first one because it's my OG one, but I feel like I could have done better the second time around. And that reminds me, for the islands that I did in fact finish and make dream addresses of, I really need to go back and filter through like my phone, my Switch pictures and whatnot, see what I can do to save my dream addresses. Because my old Switch had a lot of my like screenshots from my old dream addresses, but I swear I saved them somewhere on Discord. And I'm really worried that I may have just like lost all of them. I mean, technically speaking, as long as I remember the island names, I could like do like the search option whenever I go to visit a dream address. And it will probably take a while to filter through, but I could technically do that. It'll just be like annoying. What should I do next? Part of me kind of wants to time travel right now because I want the store to be built, but I also have other stuff to do for Blathers. I don't know. Amazon is perfect for 24 hours. You can buy almost anything on it. Imagine though, like if you got like an absolutely enormous shopping haul online from Amazon with that kind of like hypothetical question you were asking. Imagine how long it would take for all of that to ship. Because like, regardless of how close it is, like with that kind of hypothetical question, you know it's going to be a lot of items. I forgot that my fishing rod broke. That would probably take forever to come in the mail. any other bugs up here that I can catch to give to blathers. Only 3 slumber islands can be saved. But like they can be saved, right? Like you don't just like decorate there and then come back and then all your stuff is gone, right? Like it doesn't work like that. So I still haven't used them yet. I will eventually though. You know what other theme like that I never ended up finishing that I look back on that I do regret not finishing was my Poison Core Island. I had like a radioactive themed island and that was really, really fun. It was a fun idea, but I just lost motivation on it and I couldn't be bothered anymore. But looking back, I kind of wish that I made myself finish it. I don't see any more bugs right now. How do I make fishing rod? I need to make another one. Excuse me. Okay, I'm already done with that, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go make another one. See if I can catch a few more fish. At least I've gotten a couple of things for each category. I've done fossils, bugs, and fish now, so I'm not gonna be as worried about which categories I donate. But you're gonna say the Farm Core Island? It's the way that I forgot that I even did Farm Core. You like unearthed a memory there. See, I'm telling you, there's been like a good handful of ones that I finished, handful of ones that I didn't, and I'm starting to legitimately forget some of them. Wow, okay. You remember my own islands better than I do. You know, while I'm here, let me just go ahead and do this now, because I'm probably gonna see a balloon again and then get really mad that I don't have a slingshot. No, it would be fun. What? Oh, I did want to bring something up that I talked about in the Discord server. Kind of random, but I wanted to bring it up here because I know not everybody is in the server. So basically the other day I got a body wash that was like in a type of scent that I normally don't get, because I normally get like super sweet, like vanilla type smells for like everything, since it's my favorite scent. But I wanted to branch out a little bit, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this like cherry scented one, right? I think this will be like fun. It'll be like a nice little fruity smell. I go and I try it yesterday, and the smell, oh my gosh, it doesn't stink necessarily, because it smells like good. But it was like so strong that like putting my nose near it to sniff it whenever like I screw off the cap, it was so strong that it gave me a headache in like seconds. And it's interesting, so had it been like a really sweet vanilla one, I probably wouldn't have given me a headache, because I'm so used to those. So it's either a matter of it's genuinely way too strong, or I'm just not used to it, and now I can't tell. So like, what do you guys think? I kind of asked about this in the general chat, but should I set it aside as like a guest use thing, so that way people, you know, whenever they come over, if they need a body wash to use, then they can use that, and it's there so that they have something if they didn't bring anything? Or should I just like keep trying it anyways? Because again, emphasizing for comparison's sake, had it been like a vanilla one, I wouldn't have gotten a headache because I always use vanilla scented stuff, but I don't know, just the strong cherry smell, instant headache. So I don't know. So I guess my point is, if I didn't make that clear enough, is should I just like completely set that aside for guest usage, or should I keep trying it to see if it keeps giving me a headache? I like fruity or floral smelling body wash. I've just always been somebody that like really likes, vanilla in particular is my #1, but gourmand smells overall that just smell really sweet. I love those. If I had to pick a second favorite, I do technically like fruity ones. That was why I thought the cherry would be a good idea, but just for some reason, the body wash and I did not vibe. It was not a fun time whenever I first smelled it. When you do get to Slumber Island, you invite 7 people and set a 15-minute timer, and then at the end of that session, and then invite the next 7 people over another 15-minute timer. At the end of the stream, we see what chaotic mess was made. Ooh, that would be really fun. I will try to keep that in mind. I say try because I know I can be kind of forgetful. I guess I'm just like frustrated about it because the smell itself was good. It did not stink. It just caught my nose off guard. Just so I can double check that I'm making sure, don't you have to donate enough of like the bare minimum, like 15 items to Blathers before you get the bridge, right? I'm just double checking. We have different ideas, so it'll be fun to see how it all comes together. That kind of reminds me of that game that people play with drawing, or it technically works with painting too. Either way, let's just say, for example, that we're drawing. So let's say you and I are playing the drawing game together. We get like a sheet of paper. We each get like a marker, crayon, colored pencil, just something to draw with. And then we both start drawing on separate papers. I said it was one at first, but I meant 2. So we each start drawing on separate papers, and after like a certain amount of time, we switch papers and then continue drawing off of the other person's piece of art. And we just keep going back and forth like that until both drawings are complete. I love stuff like that. Why do I keep getting cans? Which of my villagers is putting dirty soup cans in the river? Because we need to have a little talk. We need to have an intervention, if you will. If I try it one more time, if it still gives you a headache, then it makes it for guest use only. I think that's a good point. Because for all I know, maybe it's just because I'm really not used to it. So I think that's a very fair way to go about it. Because like overall, regardless of what I do, I don't want to be wasteful. I really don't like buying stuff like that, especially if it's in a bigger bottle like what I did buy. I don't like to waste stuff. I really don't. I think that's a good idea. Give it 1, maybe 2 more tries, and if I'm still not vibing with it, then it can be like a guest usage thing, or I can give it to somebody in my family that might want it. It's a nice one too. It's like the Dove body wash, the cherry and chia milk, which I don't know how you milk a chia, but apparently you can milk it. I'm never saying that sentence again. That was disgusting. Anyways, why are there so many cans? And why is my fishing rod going through the cliff? The sheer audacity of my villagers. You know, how does the top scores work on YouTube chat? Like, how does sometimes I'm number 1, sometimes I'm number 3? It's like called the leaderboard in my settings. I still don't fully understand what it's for. I always thought for other streams that was like maybe like a donation related thing, but then I realized it doesn't always pop up for somebody that donates. So I really don't know. I'm just as confused as you are. Also, that poll's been up for too long. Let me end that. Okay. Well, this I need to sell because I can't donate that. This one I need to get assessed. Shiver, do you happen to have any fossils that you do not need? Because that would help to speed this up a little bit. I don't care what fossil it is. If you don't need it, I will take it. Oh my gosh, this is starting to annoy me. And now it's out way too far. I love that. I think I've already, yeah, I think I donated that the other day. Let me go sell a few things to free up some spare space, and I can also throw away the tin cans. Or actually, maybe I could just put that in my house, because apparently I can craft something with it. Also, things concerning you're getting mostly trash, that means your villagers are already polluting the river. Literally, like, do they not care about the environment? Rude. Look at all the fine things, and it's just a bag of weeds. It's a fossil and a fish. But I love your enthusiasm, Timmy. I really do. Do I need to craft any other tools while I'm in here? I don't think so. I have really sensitive skin, so the body wash I use is the Dove Sensitive Skin one. It's the only one that doesn't bother me. Is it because like of certain ingredients, or is like fragrance like what bothers you? Finish my math homework, time to check in. Fine things are not good. They're fine. That's what he means. Wait, what? I'm very confused. Oh, but I didn't see your message, Shiver. Hold on. I asked you about the fossils. I have a lot, but I just put my Animal Crossing cartridge away, so it'll take me a bit to put it back on. No worries. If it like a little bit more time passes and I still haven't gotten enough donations, I will. Well, not donation. I mean like donations in the game for Blathers. Excuse me, I worded that very poorly. Like, they're not good, they're okay / fine. I can be very confusing a lot. No, you're good. I am also partly to blame for that because I tend to bounce back and forth between topics like really rapidly because I just have a lot of different things that I think about at once. My brain insists on talking about all of them at once. So sometimes I end up confusing my own self because I talk about too many topics too fast and then I get confused about what somebody was referring to. Oopsies. Out of curiosity, let me see how long I've been live for. Okay. If I could just get like 1 or 2 more fish or bug donations, then I think I'll be good because then at that point I could also just time travel. That way Timmy and Tommy's shop is built. And then the next day I can just get whatever fossils are on my island. I just started laughing to myself a little bit. I saw this, like, this was from like a good while ago, but I saw this TikTok that was just like a slideshow compilation of a bunch of people in comment sections talking about funny things that they've accidentally said. You know that very human moment you have sometimes where you have an idea in your head of something that you want to say, but maybe you're thinking about something else at the same time and the words just, you mix them up, it comes out wrong by accident. It happens to all of us sometimes, right? Well, basically this person meant to go into a sandwich shop and order a foot-long meatball sub, and they accidentally smushed their words around and said football meat long, and every time I think about it, it just makes me laugh. Football meat long. Because could you imagine if I accidentally said that? I think I would just have to immediately go sit in the car and wait, and then whoever I'm with would have to just finish my order for me because I would be really, really embarrassed. I wish snow didn't last so long in game, but I'm feeling this IRL because the snow that we got 2 weeks ago isn't melting because it's so cold. I feel like I like winter in Animal Crossing. It's really pretty. I do like that. But at the same time, I do agree that it lasts a little bit too long. Like, I feel like if they would just taper off some of it a bit sooner, it would be really nice. Like, for whatever reason, I feel like it lasts the longest of all the seasons. Why am I getting so many pond smelts? And it keeps making fart jokes every time it says that, like the smelt it, dealt it thing. We are not... Why does it keep making that joke? Well, either way, it would really help, and I need this to be built, so I'm gonna do a quick little time travel. I got onto Animal Crossing. Do you need me to send fossils? That would be amazing. Cool. You know how I just like stretched my arms just now? That reminds me, who was here for that stream a long time ago whenever I did that same thing? Like I was trying to stretch my arms out and get a little stretchy stretch in, and then immediately I had pit stains. Because that was iconic. Truly. Because January is in winter and January is considered the worst month for most people, I feel like for where I am at least, February is usually the worst month. It's interesting because we are like, it's not like warm yet, but like it's starting to warm up a little bit more. January was pretty cold for this time around. It's just weird because normally it's February that's really, really cold. And like January is like kind of moderate for us. Yeah, I'm at a point where I'm kind of wanting to speed it up a little bit more. I'm making a little bit more progress than I am. Because like I'm happy with what I've done so far, but it's not as much as I would have liked to get done. So I do need materials and I need fossils. At least I did some of it on my own accord though. I'm gonna ask another poll. This was something that I mentioned in the Discord server, but I want to know if whether you watched them in the past whenever they came out, or if you watched them later. At any point, if you watched any of the Twilight movies, were you Team Edward or Team Jacob? Yes, I'm making that a poll. Because for me, it's like, on one hand, some parts of it can be kind of cringe, but I just like it for the nostalgia anyways. It's making me correct it to where it's capitalized. It's okay if any of you haven't seen them. I know a lot of people still haven't. It's something that makes me laugh when I think about it because I feel like people used to beef so hard about it in the past. Like it was treated like the biggest deal in the whole world, and it's just like, it's just movies. It's just movies. Technically, and books, but I admittedly saw the movies first. Gosh, I just remember it being like the biggest deal ever back in the day. Yeah, Shiver and Megs, I will probably send you a dodo code into mod chat. I will eventually in the future open up my island a bit more broadly to people in chat, but for right now, while it's still early, it's just kind of a mod chat thing, so there's nothing really to do on my island anyways, and it's just a little bit easier, and it doesn't take as much time this way. Yeah, speaking of that, when is the Super Bowl supposed to start? Isn't it like later today? I'm team neither, they're both toxic. Sedef is not having any of it. I feel like as long as, if I'm remembering right, because I was like fairly young whenever the movies first started to come out, I feel like I was team Jacob just because even then I could kind of pick up on the fact that, you know, with Bella being with Edward, I like felt like it was kind of a bad idea for her to be with him just because if she had been with Jacob, I feel like she could have kept her humanity and she wouldn't have necessarily had to have turned into a vampire. And I feel like that would have been healthier for her psychologically. Whereas with Jacob, not Jacob, whereas with Edward, she ended up eventually getting turned. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would have been a lot healthier for her psychologically to just be with Jacob. Both of them had problems, though. They both definitely had some issues. I sent them through the mail. No worries, you're good. I was gonna say if I do the dodo code, then I'll just send that into mod chat, but that also works too. Thank you. I think I will actually have to do the dodo code though, at least for Megs, because Megs hasn't been to the new island yet. You get the deal. I was more into Harry Potter. I was never really into Harry Potter when I was younger. I don't have anything against the franchise. J.K. Rowling is problematic, but that's not the point. We're not going to get into that right now, but the franchise just itself, it was never really my thing. My sisters both really liked it, but it was never my thing. If any of you, aside from like Sedef included, anybody else in chat, if you are into Harry Potter, which house would you say that I'm in? Because I don't know what house I'd be. I still don't really get what most of them mean. I think a lot of what I'll need whenever I get to like the villager plot part is just like things like wood, iron nuggets, like stuff like that. The fruit itself shouldn't be as hard because my island grows the fruit, and a lot of it that I knocked down whenever I was trying to get wood is still on the ground. That part shouldn't be too terribly difficult. Speaking of like the Twilight stuff, so I'm sure like even if you haven't really seen Twilight, the actor that played Jacob, I habitually call him Taylor Lautner. I learned a while back that that is not how you pronounce his last name, and so many people have apparently just butchered it for years, and he just stopped bothering trying to correct people because so many people kept mispronouncing it, and it was such a pain trying to correct that many people that he just gave up and let them mispronounce it. Apparently it's pronounced Lautner, not Lautner, but Lautner. And now that I think about it, looking how it's spelled, that makes a lot more sense. Hello, Alan, welcome in. I could have sworn I donated one of these the other day, but apparently I didn't, I guess. Now, as for other fruits, I don't think I need them yet. We will see, though. If I end up needing them, I will let you know. I think I can probably get away with just finding another dig spot and then using that fossil to donate as my last thing for blathers. So I think that the new priority is just like crafting materials, because I'd like to get ideally just a little more done on the island right now before stream has to end later. Ooh, I'm getting my first reaction. I'm gonna be kind of sad when Antonio asks to leave. He's grown on me. Very sluggish today. I feel that. I was sluggish this morning, so trying to get out of bed was not fun. For the weekend morning streams, I would prefer to, like, the night before have thumbnails made in advance, but last night I just did not feel like dealing with it, so I made myself get up earlier than normal today to make sure I could get ready in time, check the stream settings, make the thumbnail, have breakfast, all of that. You'd be Hufflepuff? I don't know what that means, but I hope that it's a nice thing. There's Gulliver again, being hungover on the beach. Love that. Okay. You do you. I don't have the energy anymore. I guess it's age and strong medications. I feel like a lot of medications can have, like, fatigue-related side effects. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully this is one I haven't donated, because, like, I really haven't donated that many fossils. Like, there's a ton of them in the game, and I would be thoroughly surprised if whatever this one is something that I've already donated. Lexi is definitely Hufflepuff. I don't know what that means. I don't get the major joint pains anymore, again, courtesy of prednisone. Oh, is that like a medication name? I was talking about this the other day, but I, like, still get joint pain related issues, and just because, like, I'm genetically predisposed to it because of my mom. She has degenerative arthritis. But whenever, like, especially in winter, whenever I wash my hands in cold water, because the water takes so much longer to heat up, if my hands are in the water for 20 seconds or more, they start to, like, hurt really bad. If you were lucky enough to be sorted into this house, we can imagine you're the type of person who has a strong moral compass, always works hard, is the most loyal friend. Thank you. I don't know if you were done typing, but either way, that seems like a compliment to me, so thank you. My current island is done except for my house. I barely decorated, but I'm not motivated to do that, so I'm just gonna save the dream address. You know what? I think that's actually totally fine. I've been to plenty of dream addresses before where people just did not want to do the houses, but they did everything else. I feel like that's fine. Like, I remember whenever I would do dream address visit streams, people would just be like, hey, just don't go in the houses. I didn't do that because I just didn't want to, or whatever other reason they had. And I'd be like, okay, cool. And I just wouldn't go in them. I think I just need to talk to Tom Nook again. I keep feeling like there's either like an eyelash or like a stray hair stuck to my eyelashes or like under my eye. It's annoying me. You show your dream address in Discord. Yeah, go ahead and just put it like in the Animal Crossing channel. Like a steroid pain reliever, it's kind of a complex one. Gotcha. Ooh, Tom Nook on the phone. I love how it's not even remotely close to his ears. Like he's holding it up like this, like if the phone was in his hand here. Here's my phone, for example. He's like this, but it's not pressed to his ear whatsoever. I just looked at the camera. You couldn't see the phone, but either way, I was holding up my phone like his is. Tucker is funny. He's asking me what snack I like, and the three options: chocolate, spicy sardines. I can't decide. I don't feel like there's anything you could do to get me to eat a sardine. That is something I feel like I can't. There's too many textures going on with at once with that. I can't deal. Once again, it's another one of those situations where I'm not going to be too terribly worried about where the houses go. I mean, I will say with my starter builders, what I almost always do is have them on the beach, which I do have them now. There's not like a ton of... Well, actually, I don't know. I'll try to put some on the beach, but I'm not going to be like super picky about it because I just would rather get things done today. I don't know why it's taking forever to connect to the internet to save my dream address. I feel like sometimes it does that if you haven't done it in a while. I don't think the bridge requires like a ton, right? Let me look at the map. I feel like, since I need to pick out where I'm going to put the bridge, I feel like it'll be better to put it on the left side just because the immediate left next to my house, like there's not as much space right away, but right above that, there's a ton of space. I feel like the bridge should lead over there. Lazy builders have no filter. They say whatever comes to their mind. And you know what? I love that for them. They should live their truth. Because I already have the clay and the stone, but the log stakes, I need 4 of those. I'm gonna need a bit more wood, so let me just go see if I can take care of that. Watch me start using the axe and it breaks like immediately. I would not be surprised. Why does this keep happening to me? I keep getting all of the wasp nests. They are beefing with me today so much. And the other day too, but especially today, because that's like twice now in one stream. Hopefully it'll last like at least a little bit longer because I don't want to have to go and craft another clumsy axe just for like getting another couple of pieces of wood. That'll be annoying. Here, B, you need to walk the dogs. No worries, take your time. A little bit more. And then of course it only gives me softwood, which is not what I needed, but thank you anyways, Animal Crossing. Please to me, Tommy, have good prices for turnips. That's the only reason I'm time traveling. I feel like, it's probably not like this. It's just me thinking this way. But sometimes I feel like when you need the game to do a certain thing like that, it always does it whenever you don't actually need it. And then whenever you do need it, it doesn't want to do it. Very annoying. Let me check again. I need 3 pieces of normal wood for that. Okay. Unless I'm just like thinking of the math wrong, which to be honest, I'm not actually counting. I think that's enough. That, watch me not have enough space in my pockets to hold them all once I craft them. I should have just done the bolt crafting. See, I'm telling you. I'm so used to not using it because we didn't have it for so long. Oh, because I can't carry it. Okay, well, I figured that might happen. Let me go back to my house after this and empty my pockets a bit more. I know I can technically buy the pocket expansion. I'm just trying to stack my Nook miles so I can buy that and then the Better Tools recipe both at the same time. That would be ideal for me. My goal is to 100% the game, but not in a rush to finish it all fast. Exactly. I would love to do that eventually. I just have never been able to stick to, like, not stick to, but commit to. That would be a better term. I've never been able to commit to doing that, but I want to eventually. I still don't mind time traveling. I just feel like it should be used strategically and not just like all willy-nilly, you know what I mean? These can apparently be used for crafting something, so I'm not going to get rid of them, but they're in my way. So let me just get rid of that. Follow-up question to the previous poll that's like in like the same type of fandom. Should be up in a second if it's not already. But yeah, like if just like what I mean by that is if hypothetically speaking somehow the Twilight universe was real and you were in it, would you rather be one of the vampires or one of the werewolves? I think for me, even though like I did say that I was Team Jacob back in the day, I think I would say that I'd rather be a vampire. Because to my understanding, from what like I remember, I think the vampires, like once like they're turned, they stay in a very, very good state of health for like forever, pretty much. And that sounds pretty good to me. Like I think that would be what would win me over. I mean, who knows? Maybe the werewolves have the same deal. I don't know. I can't remember, but I know that the vampires are like that. Your internet went out briefly? Maybe that's why I was having a hard time connecting. I feel like whenever it's cold out, sometimes internet-related stuff does have like a harder time functioning the way it's supposed to. Whenever I go directly across from here, like it's not like as much space right away. Whenever you go up, there's quite a bit of space. I think I'll just put the bridge here and then have, as long as I can fit all of them, have the new villager houses be like in that bigger area. I know the tree is in the way, but it can be cut down. I'm not worried about it. And now that that's done, Do we think I'm gonna get good villagers? And by good, I mean like ones that like I like or tolerate. That's my definition of good. I keep getting that feeling like I'm gonna sneeze and then I don't sneeze. Why does that keep happening? Do I need a dust in here or something? I'm only time traveling to make money for turnips. Only time I'm allowing myself to time travel. I feel like for an island where you're genuinely trying to 100% it, I feel like that's a very good way to go about that. How many of the Nook Miles accomplishments have you like completed as part of completion? Like he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, it's fine. I've got a vaulting pole. I love Animal Crossing because everyone has their own way of playing it. I also just feel like I went on a tangent about this a while back, so I'm not gonna like repeat this. I don't want to like repetitively have the same huge long tangents. I just feel like whatever somebody's play style is, whether you're somebody like me where you love the beginning of games and you like to have all kinds of crazy ideas where maybe you reset something, play that for a while, whether you complete it or not, and then maybe you reset again because you're not feeling it. I just think that we should all embrace however we like to play, because at the end of the day, video games are meant to make you happy and they're meant to be fun. And if whatever the most common play style is doesn't make you happy, then don't make yourself play like that. If you want to make a new save file every other day, you do you. Play however makes you happy. Because what's the point of getting the game and playing it if it's not making you happy? You know what I mean? Like, do whatever you want. There's already so much negativity in the world. Just play however you want. If your heart's not in it, then don't do it in whatever way that's making you feel like that, you know? It cracks me up how whenever you place the plots down, there's so much like other like radius around it where it cuts down the trees. Like, why does it need that much space? Kind of ridiculous. I'm gonna pick these up first because I don't want to get rid of the cherries. I don't remember which villager it is, but one of the plots always asks for you to use some of whatever your native fruit is. So that's not gonna work the way that I wanted it to. It's kind of annoying. It'll work if I do it like this. Nope. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I apparently have to back up a ton to make this work. I just ideally want them closer by for now, so that way I don't have to like run a whole bunch to get between the different plots. Tomnook keeps calling me. Tomnook, I am busy. I'm doing all the hard work for you. Stop spam calling me, sir, or I'm gonna block your number. And then where can I put the third one? I'll put it like over here. I have items and bells for you. Thank you. That's actually very good timing. I'm gonna confirm where I'm putting this, and then I'll go ahead and send a dodo code into mod chat. Hopefully I don't have to fight demons again like I did the other day whenever I was trying to get the code cover picture. I don't know why it was giving me such a hard time. I think we did talk about this earlier, but I don't know if anybody put their answer in chat about it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask again, forgive me. But do you plan to watch the Super Bowl? I'm not gonna lie, I hardly understand football whatsoever. But I usually just watch it anyways because it's on and my mom watches it, so. Yeah, literally, he does not understand boundaries. I shouldn't take as long as last time just because I've gotten over a lot of like the standard dialogue stuff it has to give. Whoop. I technically put it on a little bit too soon, but it's fine. You can kind of see a little bit of the overlay at the top, but whatever. It covers enough. It's fine. I'll try to see if I can like minimize it more later whenever I'm not streaming, so that way it doesn't have to cover the entire screen. It's mainly just for covering the game. Yeah, it always jump scares people, so I've been told. Give me a moment. Oh no, Shiver, that jump scared me. I didn't know you sent that in Mon chat. That was scary. Okay, Megs, the code is there. I have to make 2 trips. No worries. Maybe it's because of Bad Bunny. I'm gonna watch some, but I probably won't watch the whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but I'll probably at least watch like some of it. I keep feeling like there's like a hair stuck to my eyelashes. No, you're good. I just didn't know that you sent that, so it jump scared me for a moment. Ooh, interesting. The poll is tied right now. In the meantime, since a lot of, or not a lot of, but whichever villager plot it is, one of them always wants fruit to be used to craft with, so I'm gonna start collecting that now. I don't know about you guys, I did feel like this on my end. The other day whenever I had my first stream back last Tuesday, because I wasn't used to streaming anymore because it had just been so long, it felt like the 2 hours that went by felt like it took a lot longer. But then yesterday's stream and today's stream felt like they both went by a lot quicker. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I've very quickly gotten used to it again. Hello, Candace. Welcome to the stream. Festive Grandpa. I love that. I love that so much. I like when people make their like title cards really silly names. I keep forgetting what mine is. I need to check. Did a lot of cleanup on my island. Do you mean like with like furniture that was on the ground or like weeds? Either way, sometimes I feel like it's fun to just vibe and like go around and pluck all the weeds. It's actually one of my, I used to hate it because it was really tedious and annoying, which is why I started having my mods help me with it whenever I would make a new island. But now I kind of like just walking around and like cleaning up all of them. Mine is Pro Emperor. Also, I like the island name Megs. Me too. Speaking of like Sour Patch, like Sour Patch Kids candy. Excuse me. I know there's like the watermelon shaped ones. There's of course the standard Sour Patch Kids. Have you guys seen some of the other fruit ones? I've seen like grape ones. I've seen little peach ones. And then I've seen strawberry ones. I really liked the strawberry ones. The peach ones were okay. I haven't tried the grape ones, but given I don't like the majority of grape flavored things. Why are none of these working? Rude. I love the Slumber Islands. I haven't used mine yet, but I 100% will eventually. I just haven't quite gotten to that point yet. But I will. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. I remember that being like a big part of like the gym curriculum whenever I was in elementary school. Like it wasn't even just like a fun thing that we did. It was like part of the actual curriculum. I still have too much stuff in my pockets, so give me a second. Thank you though, by the way, for stopping by. You know what I should do? I should craft a crafting station and then place it by the plot so that way I don't have to deal with like running back and forth because that's gonna get really annoying. I'm absolutely gonna do that. Let me just check. What do I need to craft it? I will be right back, Megs. Here's a question. I recently started sewing and I really want to continue, but I don't have a sewing machine because I want a school machine. Should I get my own sewing machine? I would say if you are able to afford that without it damaging you really badly financially, then yes. I word it like that because I don't know how much money you have. That is entirely your business, and I also don't know how much those machines cost. I stopped working on the Bob's Burgers Island and I got rid of it because I've talked about this a couple of times recently, but I just sometimes will lose motivation and momentum for certain islands, and then I just can't work on them anymore because at that point it feels like I'm forcing myself to play it, and then I get burnt out a lot faster, and it's not fun for me. And I did just come back from a really long hiatus, and so if I got burnt out really quickly right after coming back, that would have been like worst case scenario for me. So I just stopped. But I will say, because there's the Slumber Islands that you can work on, up to like 3 of them, I want to pick 3 of my old themes that I did in the past that I did not finish, and I want to put them on my Slumber Islands. I think that would be really fun, just so that way those themes get worked on again. You know what I mean? I said this a little bit ago, like right before you got here, I think, that there's certain themes that I never ended up finishing that I kind of regret not finishing. Some of them I don't regret at all, but some of them I do. And I think the best opportunity to fix that without having to restart this island that I just started is to just go ahead and put them on the Slumber Islands. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's kind of difficult to word, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I've tried Sour Patch Kids Gumbo Jummy. There's like... I butchered my words, but I didn't know that there were like jumbo ones. I'm gonna have to try that. I forgot that I can't do it while you're here. Oopsies. Yeah, you're good, Megs. Take your time. I'll leave it open. Please stop asking to leave. You can't leave. I don't have your photo. Villagers just want to do whatever they want. Yes, they really depend on the tech level. I'm thinking of a cheaper end one. I feel like that might be a good idea anyways. Just make sure that you carefully research your options, and then maybe eventually whenever you want to get a nicer one, you could just sell the cheaper one just so that we can reimburse some of your own money. And that sounds good. Sorry that you got burned out from doing those theme islands. No, don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. But yeah, that just tends to be how I play. Like once I lose that momentum on an island, that island is done for. I cannot continue to work on it. I think the best figure of speech that I can put towards it. Have you guys ever heard the figure of speech where it's like pulling teeth, but it's not literal whatsoever? It's just like a way to say something that's like really, really difficult and feels forced. That's kind of how I feel once I've lost momentum on an island. Like it feels like pulling teeth for me if I try to make myself play it. Do you want items too? You don't have to. I mainly just need crafting stuff right now, but if there's anything that you don't want, honestly, I'll take it. But you don't have to. I have a DIY recipe for a mirror. I just don't have it actually crafted at the moment. I started a new island due to getting the Switch 2. My new island is called Oradon. Ooh. What's your theme gonna be? I'm obsessed with Disney Descendants. I still know nothing about the Disney Descendants stuff. I also know very like little to nothing about Marvel because I have never really been into Marvel. I think, you know what I might do? I don't want to promise it yet because I'm not sure. It's just kind of an idea that I'm floating around in my head. But you know what I might do? I might put together in groups of 3 different islands that I didn't finish because there's been a lot, and I'll like try to make as many combinations as I can. And maybe I could make that into a poll and you guys could decide which one the Slumber Islands want to be. I do want to say that I feel like I definitely want Bob's Burgers one to be one of them. I'm not sure about the others because there's been a lot. I don't have anything else that I need to so let me just go back over here. I love Descendants, but it's sad now because I personally don't think they should have continued it, but to each their own. I can't really comment because I know nothing about it, I'm sorry. I watched the first one and the second one, I have to watch the third one. You know what I will say is like, this was like more so when I was younger, but you know what I always preferred over what was more popular? So I feel like, whether you watched it or not, I feel like a lot of you here probably know what Monster High is, right? I was never into Monster High when I was younger. I was a lot more into Ever After High. That was much more my thing. I need to put some stuff away, and I also need some more of the weeds. I'm pretty sure the hay bed requires it. Okay, nope, I don't have any in there. Well, that's gonna be a problem. I was too old for those shows. That's okay. I just remember like having a hard time getting into Monster High. Yeah, I literally already plucked all the weeds on my island and sold like all of them, so whoopsies. Oh, I'm ready. I need to... I think just so I don't have to run back and forth as much, I will leave some on the ground by the crafting station if possible. That too. I'll drop this. I literally have a singular weed. Just one. You'll still want fossils. I don't need them as urgently right now, but thank you. Also, mods that are here, just checking in really quickly, because I know it's like towards the end of the stream and I'm working on the villager plots right now. I'm not gonna hunt for the villagers. I'm just gonna let them autofill, and whoever it gives is whoever it gives. It's not that big of a deal to me. If I go a bit past the 2-hour mark so I can see which villagers I get, are you able to stay? I'm not gonna like do anything like super wild. Like I'm not gonna go like an hour past, but like I'm probably gonna end up tipping past the 2-hour mark a bit. Can either of you stay? I'm almost done collecting stuff. You're good. I don't want to watch the 4th ever. Like, I think it was disrespectful to continue when a cast member died and they only briefly mentioned him. The story was over and they didn't need to add more. I definitely feel like, and this is like a general opinion that I have for a whole number of different franchises, regardless of the genre, is I don't think it's inherently bad to have a bunch of sequels. I don't think it's inherently bad to have remakes. However, not every franchise needs multiple sequels. Not every franchise needs a remake. You know what I mean? Like it's not always necessary, and it can be really good if it's done right and you don't cheapen the story and you don't disrespect actors. You know what I mean? Like they can be good, but only under certain circumstances. And I feel like that's very fair. I'm a yapper, a little bigger than blathers at some points. I gotta go nuts. Love y'all. See y'all soon. Bye, Nuggy. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Wait, oh, it was over here, not to the right. Sorry. Guess I'm not doing anything. Yeah, cough, cough, Ice Age. But yeah, I'm not against things like remakes or something having tons of sequels. I just don't think that it's always necessary. Because, you know, you can tell when something is forced and they were just doing it as a cash grab. You can really tell. Hi, really cute stream setup. Thank you. Also, hello, Earthling. Welcome to the stream. Like, what do we need so many Minion movies? That's another really good example. We do not need that many. And also, I feel like that also applies to TV shows. Some TV shows absolutely can go on for an absurd amount of seasons and be just fine. However, the longer that you keep a show going, the more careful you need to be with your plot ideas, because people can start to tell whenever it's turning into a cash grab and like lazy writing. Like, you can tell. People aren't stupid, they can tell. But the concept itself of a TV show having multiple seasons is not a bad thing, and I don't think they should necessarily be shamed for it, but not all of them need to go on for that long. Like, The Simpsons, for one, do not need to go on for that long. Family Guy does not need to go on that long. Fast and Furious, we don't need more. I don't know how many movies there are, but I'm gonna trust your opinion on that. Oh, I left the poll in there for too long. Let me take that down. Do you guys agree with me though? Because I feel like, I mean, it's okay if you don't agree, like, because we're all entitled to have opinions. But I feel like that's a more than fair point of view. Oops, I felt like I didn't realize I couldn't do that anymore. Well, just to make more space, that way I can move some more of the stuff, I'm gonna continue to drop a couple of things. SpongeBob, that's another good one. Apparently, and I forget, like, I'm spacing on the names of like the original people behind it. Apparently after that first SpongeBob movie that was made, Apparently that was supposed to be like the end of the series because the way that the movie was set up was supposed to wrap up a lot of the plots. But then they just kept it going as a cash grab afterwards against the OG creators' wishes. Again, I'm spacing on the names of the actual people, I'm sorry, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. I feel like I've freed up enough temporary pocket space for now. And I feel like I'm good on crafting materials at this point, but I think what I'm low on now is the weeds, because I'm going to need that for the hay bed. It requires it, doesn't it? I didn't make that up, right? Let me see. Yeah, I need like 20 of them. Have you ever watched the show Ghost Whisperer? They made some bad decisions in the 4th season and the 5th, like they forgot about it or it's dumb. I have not heard of it, but I will trust what you're saying on it. Like SpongeBob now has 6 movies, another almost 16 seasons and 2 spin-offs. It like, that one just like makes me mad because like I was somebody that grew up on SpongeBob. I loved it when I was a kid. And I just feel like the newer seasons are like not as good. I mean, I'm not saying that I regularly go and watch SpongeBob anymore because I don't, but like I've seen like clips online and it's just like not good. It's really not. Do you have any weeds on your island, Megs? Pretty much as soon as Hillenburg left the show, the season started going downhill. I also feel like as the art style like progressively changed, it like also made it less enjoyable. Like the old design was better, in my opinion. Hello, Hannah, welcome in. Check out the one item, I gave you several of them, and yes, let me go get them. Okay, cool, thank you so much, I appreciate it. I think I'm pretty sure I'm good crafting material-wise otherwise. The cat plushies, thank you. Isn't there a gray version of them? Because if there is, it'll be like Luna. At least I think I saw a gray version. In the meantime, since I can't work on the plots while you're here, I'll go put some of these in the APD. No, the mods can play games with you. Do you mean like coming to my island, or wait, what do you mean? Unless I'm like totally missing something here, because I might be. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Terminator's movie. Have I seen that? I don't remember. Oh, okay. I stopped watching after the 3rd season of this, but this is another good example of a show that I feel like has potentially gone on too long. I'm gonna say potentially because I feel like I should see more of the seasons to give a better opinion on it. But you know what show I feel like has possibly gone on for too long? Is Grey's Anatomy. Why is it still going? Why? If anybody here has seen more of Grey's Anatomy than I have, you let me know what you think about the amount of seasons. Well, I guess we didn't need to be best friends, play games, and ACH, but I can help dig up fossils and cut down trees now. How does it work for getting multiple people to a slumber island? Because I still don't understand that part yet. Because I've never watched that show and I'm like, why? The pit is way better. I don't know what that is. By the way, if you've not already, please be sure to like the live stream. It is completely free and it's a super, super easy way to support me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and your support. Law and Order SVU, on the other hand, is still amazing. They need to invite people through Luna. You know, I'm sure actually somebody's probably already posted a tutorial, or there's an article of the tutorial, so I could probably look that up too. I have not seen Law and Order, and I also have never seen The Office. There's a lot of popular stuff I haven't seen. I count Grey's Anatomy in a way as something that I haven't seen, because I only saw the first like 3 seasons. And I know there's a ton more. I haven't seen Law and Order, I haven't seen The Office, I haven't seen Friends. I haven't seen That 70s Show. I've seen like a very, very small portion of Big Bang Theory, but like for the most part, I haven't like really watched it. Hello, Ultimate. That's a very long username, but welcome in. How are you? One of my mods is helping me out currently so I can get some stuff to finish up the last plots. I'm also just trying to clear up some space so that way it's not as cluttered down here. I really like Young Sheldon. I'm not as sure about how I feel about Big Bang Theory, but I do like Young Sheldon. I also feel like the casting choice. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the community and welcome to the neighborhood. I feel like the casting choices for Young Missy and Young Sheldon were both really good. I should have gotten like a Nook Miles achievement for that. Well, in the meantime, since I cleared up some of that, I'm gonna go back to where I was crafting for the villager plots. Whoop. Block stereo, rose wreath, and the block table. Okay. Well, I think I can do the block furniture. I know I need a lot of that. I think I need some iron nuggets as well. I think you need the block toy to be able to craft them, but it said table and stereo, didn't it? Oops. Here, my comfort shows. I don't know, my autocorrect is terrible today. You're fine. Sometimes it's just like extra with it. Like it just has a lot of extra audacity. Have you ever had it happen with autocorrect where like you type something correctly and then it corrects you, but it corrects it to the wrong spelling? Because that's been happening to me a lot lately. Like whenever I try to type the word just on my phone, it corrects to J-S-U-T instead of just the way it's supposed to be spelled. I wish you see my island on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I will eventually get back to Dream Just Visit streams, but not quite yet. I want my island to be a little bit more developed first. But I'll get back to it eventually. I don't see why I wouldn't. I'm adding in one more fun poll for the, I'm not ending the stream yet, but I'm like, it's gonna be like the last poll of the stream. And so when I say Super Bowl foods, I just mean like these are like stereotypically things that people eat for it. So out of these, let me know which one your favorite is. It's very stereotypical with those answer options, but still. Oh, I hopped over and then immediately made me stop. I understand. Thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Might like my island if I get chosen. I probably will. I like that one. Whenever you sent pictures the other day of your island, I liked like the organization. of the plants. It was very like even, very satisfying. I think my keyboard battery is dying because it's not as responsive. I feel like for the past couple of months, my keyboard on my phone has been really weird. Like it's been acting up. Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna go ahead and close the gate now. I ate chips. And speaking of chips, which chips do you guys feel like are overrated? Not underrated, but which ones do you think are overrated? I am forever a Lay's potato chip hater. I don't like them. Like the completely plain ones and the barbecue ones are both disgusting to me. I also feel like sour cream and onion chips are very overrated. And that's really with any brand, honestly. Like I don't think I've ever tried a sour cream and onion chip that I liked. Kettle chips, they're not very pleasant to eat. I like kettle chips, but it just depends on the flavor because I feel like not every flavor is good with that kind of texture. That one's done. How much space do I have to put the actual furniture? Not a lot. Okay, let me drop some of that. Make a little bit more room. And then I'm pretty sure it was a block toy that needed like 2 of to make the other piece of furniture, right? We're making ribs and mozzarella sticks and dips for football as well as your typical cheese and crackers. You know what would be really good? Some buffalo chicken dip. That sounds delicious right now. Now I really want buffalo chicken dip. Thank you for the hydrate command. I appreciate that. Have always been bad at drinking enough water. I think I barely used my water bottle this stream. And then I do need to go make a wreath. Or not make, but I need to get the parts of the flowers. I think it's like 3 red, 3 white, 3 yellow, right? Wait, hold on. I need to set down one more item because I'm not going to have enough space. I don't like the taste of buffalo sauce. I really like buffalo sauce. But I feel like a lot of them, like depending on like what brand you buy, like it has like, I feel like a lot of them have like a base of using vinegar. So I feel like if you don't like that kind of taste, like that's completely understandable. I feel bad doing this part. It feels like I'm being mean to the flowers, even though they do not have feelings. Where's the wreath? Forgot about the bonk command. Sometimes I forget that it's there too. Speaking of the commands and whatnot, the other day whenever I did make my return to streams, I did update the description. One thing that I forgot to do today was add the crediting for the song that I used for the starting soon, screen music. So whoops, as soon as I end the stream, I will fix that because crediting is important. And then what do I need for the exterior? Garden chair, garden table, bird bath. Got it. I'm officially starting a new island. Good luck. Yes, good luck. I hope it goes well. And thank you again for helping me. I really appreciated it, just because I know I've gone a little bit overtime with the stream time today, but there was a lot that I wanted to get done today, and I really wanted to see which villagers I ended up getting, so thank you for picking it up. I made my island before the 3.0 update, so I was able to get a 3-star island beforehand. Don't you need that to get the hotel? Get me updated on the Discord server about it, by the way. Like, post pictures of, like, whatever you look like, whatever maps you look at, whatever you end up getting. Like, I would really love to know. There's not enough room. Yes, there is. You just need to use your imagination. Imagination. A lot of times for like the exterior furniture, whenever you make a new island, I tend to keep it there just long enough until I reach 3 stars, and then I pick it right back up. Because part of reaching 3 stars is like, hey, you need to make sure that you decorate a little bit, and I feel like it counts towards the decor, so I just keep it there, and then as soon as I don't need it, it's gone. Because usually it does not match the theme that I want. That one's done, and then what does the third one need? Okay, I think so. I think I'm good. Literally, Animal Crossing just always likes to be a fart and ruin my vibe. Come on. Where's the wooden simple chair? Because that just says wooden chair, but I thought it said wooden simple chair for the piece of furniture. Unless I just crafted like the wrong thing. I know a pitcher was one of the other items, so I'll make that. But I swear there was like a... Did it not say wooden simple chair? No problem, I was ready for a change. Well, still, I really appreciated it though, because I feel a lot more accomplished finishing the stream with having done the villager plots. Okay, I guess it just was wooden chair. I thought for some reason it said wooden simple chair. I seem to have used up all like the normal wood already, so I'm gonna use, or actually I have to go back in my house. So I'm gonna use my axe to hit like 1 or 2 trees to get like the last like 2 pieces of normal wood that I need. Unless I set it down here, did I? That would be more ideal. And then immediately it gives me the types of wood that I didn't need. Thank you, Animal Crossing. It was making me mad the other day that it wouldn't let me pick up flowers. Wait, what do you mean? You mean like with like picking up the petal part, or do you mean like digging up the flowers? I think I need some branches to be able to make the axe too. Hold on. Not what I was trying to get, but thank you, Animal Crossing. Oh, wouldn't let you dig them up? That's weird. I wonder what happened. It seems to be better about it today, but the other day whenever I kept repetitively shaking the trees to get more branches, they just wouldn't fall out like in as much of an abundance as they did before, but it seems to be fine now. I think I have just barely enough of what I need now. Depending on what the other items are, I might end up needing more than normal wood. But for right now, as of right this second, I think I have enough. Hopefully the exterior items don't require as much of the normal wood, because that would be amazing. What are the exterior items? Please be easier. Log dining table. I'm pretty sure that requires mostly the hardwood. And I think I need iron nuggets for that last thing. I feel like I should be good for the most part. Please don't ask me to use normal wood for this last thing or I'm gonna be mad. Of course it asks me. But it's only 2 pieces, so that shouldn't be terribly hard to go and get. I'll have to check in with my sister and my brother-in-law, but I do, because I watch my nephew during the week, that's the babysitting they do that I talk about. I keep getting the dates mixed up, but he is going on a trip either next week or the week after, and I keep getting it mixed up. But because I'm going to be busier at that time babysitting-wise, you'll probably see at least 1, maybe 2 PNG tuber streams for me, just because that's going to be taking a lot more out of me at the time, and I'm realistically probably not gonna be wanting to get myself ready, like makeup and camera wise and everything. Not that it's a big deal, because I know that you guys don't mind PNG tuber stream, but I was just giving you a heads up. Yeah, I don't know when exactly that's gonna be. We'll see though. I think what I want to do though, instead of having like a PNG tuber of my icon or something, I think I'm just gonna pick like a couple of like silly ones, and then I'll rotate between them. I feel like it'd be funny to just have silly ones. Okay, all 3 of them are done. Now I just need to like go inside or something and then come back out, and they should autofill for me. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, cool. I'll just try with my house first, and then see if that's sufficient. Don't know why it wouldn't be. On the perfect map, I hope I get good fruit in a blue airport. Is the blue airport your favorite? I don't even feel like any of the airport color options are bad necessarily, but I would say that my least favorite is the dark orange. Like, it's not even, like, ugly or something. It's not my favorite. Okay, no, that didn't work. I need to talk to Tom Nook, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't realize that. Julia, welcome to the stream. Oh, I haven't used it yet, I don't think, but I do have this as a command, just if anybody ever wanted to use it, if you ever had any questions about how long I'd be live for, like whatever I'm streaming that day, however long I've already been live for, if you're ever wondering, I'm pretty sure that's the command. Watch me be wrong about my own command. Now I need to see, was I wrong about it? Yeah. I got peaches again. I can vibe with it. Which airport color do you have? Okay, now it is finally time. We can go and see which villagers autofilled. But again, I knew I was gonna intentionally do the autofilling. I didn't mind it. Because I don't have a specific theme in mind for this island, it's not a huge deal. I just wanted to get it done. That is literally... first of all, it's very fast to find a perfect map, because I feel like, I mean, perfect is subjective, because we all have our own ideas of what's considered a perfect map, but I feel like that's really fast to find a perfect one. That's really lucky. I sold turnips for 20k this week. That was not good for turnips. Hopefully next week is better price-wise to sell. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, which starters did you get? And send a picture of the map in Discord on the Animal Crossing channel if you haven't already. We're gonna go see. First plot is Chester. Oh, I like Chester. Okay, well, I can deal with that. I like Chester. He's a good villager. He's also very underrated. Okay, the second one is Patty. Not necessarily a fave, but I don't dislike Patty either. I'm neutral on Patty, so that's not a huge deal. And then for the last one, we got Norma. Norma's another villager that I'm not necessarily like, you're like a least favorite. Like, there's a lot of villagers I'm very neutral on. So you know what? I feel like this could have been significantly worse. You started your island on Christmas of last year. Yeah, it's interesting that I got 2 cows. I did want to say just like a little recap. You know how I did the poll earlier for like the sunflower transition screen versus the pixel vine transition screen? I went ahead and decided it's going to be kind of annoying. I'm going to have to go and get like a screenshot and then like crop it and then post it to it. But I'm going to do a community tabs poll just because I realized while a lot of you did vote the sunflowers, of course, not everybody that subscribed was at the stream today. That's usually not a realistic thing. People have their own personal lives, like they're busy, maybe they're watching something else, who knows. But I feel like it's a lot more accurate if I do that as a community tab poll. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that because you can attach pictures to them. So whenever you see that eventually go up, please just vote for whichever one that you voted on today's stream. And again, if you have not seen the sunflowers one, go back to either yesterday's stream or the one from last Tuesday and just kind of skip ahead a few minutes and you should be able to see it. But with that said, oh goodness, I've been live for longer than I thought. 2.5 hours. Okay, let me just go here. See, there's another example of the Pixel Vines one. I'm gonna see. Or actually, let me just. I don't do the normal like standard raids on YouTube. It's kind of hard to do. But I just want to just take a look, see, and see if there's anybody that I'm familiar with that's live at the moment that does not have a huge delay in chat. Okay, I do not know what the delay is there, so I'm gonna close out of that. Okay, actually, I think I am just gonna go ahead and go just because my back kind of hurts and I really need to get up and stretch. So I don't think I'm gonna do a raid this time, but I do appreciate you guys being here. So thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. It's completely free, a super easy way to support me. And I will see you guys on next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Central Time for another live stream. Bye, everybody.